So it's like March 27th and it's like 65 degrees out, which is really odd for this time of year. So we're burning this slash pile here, and it's a bunch of hawthorn and it's not wanting to burn, so I've been throwing gas and diesel and propane, and anyways, stuff's melting really quick and it's lovely outside. We planted grass seeds and flowers and stuff, that wildflowers, and just doing work. Hopefully get all this stuff burned and then try that pile in a week or so once it dries out a bit more. I only have a few hours up at the property in between what I was doing. Anyhow, here's what I'm looking at. I got a trash pump that's electric that I buried under there that I've never used before. Got it for free from some demo job, and I got the pipe, ran over there, and then I ran an extension cord down to the generator. So I'm gonna start the generator and see if it works, and hopefully it'll pump out this footing so we can get burning. Well, it's working all right. That's cool. Yeah, that thing rocks. Didn't know if it was gonna work or not, and by golly, it's working. So I might have to grab that plastic bag so it doesn't get sucked up into it, but it seems to be doing its job. I'm just hoping it won't erode this, but I guess if it does, oh well. It's been running for like a half an hour, barely even went down. Good thing those are on pallets. It's definitely getting some water back here, but as long as it doesn't go above the pallets, I'm cool. Sure, it looks like there's no way it will, so. Well, it's Saturday, so we're burning this basement pit we have going. Trying to get this pile burnt first, and then hopefully get that one burnt. It is a little windy today. I think it's supposed to be like 15-mile-an-hour wind, but it's like sunken in and safe enough to where I think we'll be all right. Plus I got this pump. I was pumping out the water from runoff down the hill, right? I got the generator, the electric cord, but now I'm just kind of keeping it on standby, and I wetted down all these trees and whatnot just in case, because the wind was going that way. But kind of just, it really pumps water like crazy, so if something goes out of control, we just pump a bunch of water. So I mean, I could film a bunch of slash pile burning, but it's basically, you've seen one, you've seen them all. So I guess I'll check back in. Also, last weekend we got this slash pile burnt. Pretty much, you know, there's a lot of dirt built into it, so I couldn't quite get all of it burnt, but we got most of it. So I'm gonna push this into that pile, and then hopefully tomorrow, if the weather's good, we'll burn that pile. And we're pretty much to plow this field and seed it with some millet and alfalfa, and then we're gonna start our garden expansion here. So we'll get that on film and go from there. It's going. I'm gonna get the tractor and try to push this out of the way so we can start working on the garden posts. Definitely helped that I pulled it out from the corner there and made a new pile, and it's burning good now, so it's just a matter of time. I've got to do a little raking and this pile's done. So, well, we got some stakes for this garden. Kind of hard to see, but pretty much tripling the garden. Well, we got 4 posts up. Got our 5th here. We just got to dig them out a little bit more. I think we're done for the day. A little tired. Well, we got this last big slash pile to burn. So we just started it and basically give us access to that mulch. We call it the big mulch pile. There's a bunch of rotten trees. We're going to use that for the garden. Put that in the garden beds first and then soil, but can't get in here with the tractor and the dump trailer until we burn this, so it's a bit windy, but everything's soaking wet, so it's all good. Just get this burnt down and hi. Well, we got the fire under control over there, so I got to get this other tree down, and here's how I'm going to do it. It's this tree here. The reason why is because I can't get a trailer in through this corner to get, you know, drop off soil and whatever mulch or whatever I do. I can't get in here with a trailer or even a truck, to be honest with you. It's real hard. You gotta do like a 3-point turn, 5-point turn, something like that. So what I'm gonna do, and also this tree's got this barbed wire from the previous owner of this land. It's just it's pretty barbed wired up, and I'm gonna take it down. Anyways, going up as high as I can, putting a cable on it, and then I'm gonna run the cable over here to this giant aspen on a block and tackle setup, and then I'll directionally pull it going that way with the rhino, so that the tree falls down in the driveway. Otherwise, if you fall out the other way, you got a fence. You fall out that way, it gets stuck in trees every which way. So we're gonna have to pull it towards the driveway here. Here's my chain and my pulley, so try to get in here. Hopefully this tree's not too big. That glass is like mutilated on my face.
I think they're cute.
Alright, so there's the cable going up to the about as high as I can. It's hitting this pulley here, going around the pulley onto the rhino. Now I'm gonna have Lindsay drive the rhino and just put a little tension on it. We're not like doing any crazy stuff, just so there's a directional deal on it. Landed right in the driveway like we wanted. So now we just have to clean it up. Got it mostly limbed up. Now we gotta drag it. Well, we got it cleaned up. We got these. We're gonna use 3 of them for garden posts, and then these 2 I could probably mill into something or another. I flush cutted those stumps down to where, and I could put gravel on it, and then now I can back a trailer in around this corner and get our soil into the garden. Because before we'd have to put it in the back of a pickup, and it would take forever to shovel it and unshovel it. So, well, I'm out here working on the garden, doing the expansion. So went out 10 feet that way, and then went all the way down 40 feet and expanded it back 10 feet that way. And so just gotta, this here is where the old garden was going across. So we're gonna make a big addition to it, and almost done with these strips. And then I'm gonna put some fencing up before the deer come and eat my tree. Well, I got it completely framed, I guess, if you will. And I got that part up and that part up, but I just got this lower section tacked for now till Lindsay gets here, because I really got to have one person pull on it, and then I could staple it while it's tight. So anyhow, I'm gonna build planter boxes in the meantime. So we got cinder blocks being delivered on Wednesday. It's Monday today. And then we got concrete scheduled for May. So it'll give me plenty of time to get the footings poured and ready, or rebarred and ready. So that should be pretty good. Nice smooth area for them to drive up. Well, the brick guy is here, and he's loading bricks, cinder blocks. I'm hand loading this this rebar because he couldn't get it down the driveway, so having him stack them there. Basically, his truck's out here on the road. He's got a big ass truck, man, full of cinder blocks. That's it. All 10 pallets. Well, that went pretty well. Got all 10 pallets of bricks delivered, so that's a lot of cinder blocks, man. Freaking got the bond beam ones with the middles cut out for rebar, and normal ones. So yeehaw, gonna get started on trying to get this thing, get the water out. I pumped some of it out yesterday, but basically I'm gonna have to like dig out a little channel to hopefully get this thing drained. Hopefully get it drained so I can start digging. This side's fine, but there's a lot of digging to do. Hope you like digging, boy. Even all this upper part, I gotta kind of throw it back so it doesn't slough off. Like this is even sloughing off, which is not good, but lots of work. I'll get it. I also got the Bosch builder's level laser transit, so I'm gonna set that up and kind of see exactly how, what the differences are, so I know how much to dig. And well, I'm just trying to get all the water out of the hole the best I can. And then we'll just have to let nature dry itself out or whatever. So I got to dig a hole, so the lowest point. That way all the water will go into the hole. I'll put the pump in the hole and pump as much of it out as I can. Well, we had a hell of a time with this footing and the rainfall we had. We had tons of rain over the course of like 3 weeks. But constant battling with it. I got it completely dried out eventually.
but it was kind of a struggle.
Well, we got a bunch of mulch dropped off here. I used the tractor to fill up the dump trailer from that area. We had a bunch of decomposing trees, so got a lot of this on standby. We're putting this in the bottom of the garden beds, and then we also picked up 3 yards of good garden soil mixed with compost, so putting that on the top, and had to haul that up from the nursery. But we are planting our broccoli today. Started these broccoli about a month ago. Hey, Bandit. Oh, are you not coming in? It's not food, buddy. Yeah, it's not food, it's a camera. Alright. So, anyways, we laid these fabric down. I'll cut little notches, and we're planting our healthiest broccoli plants in these boxes here. So we added more soil to them. These are ones from last year we had, so I got more garden boxes here. Here's all of our broccoli plants. The destructive dog wants to bash everything down, so I gotta be careful. Sit. Good boy. Anyhow, we also built these. These are 4x9, 4x8 total, size of a sheet of plywood. And so we've been filling them up. First we put the netting. Here's the different stages of them. We put this hardware cloth down under and stapled it around to the edges of them. Then we're putting a little compost to kind of fill in the space. You know, a lot of that stuff I showed you over there. And then on top of that, we're putting garden soil and then black fabric. So we'll be planting these ones later in May. Broccoli's a pretty cold resistant plant, so we can plant these now, but the rest will have to wait for a little while. And we also got a cherry tree planted. I think that's the cherry tree here. Cherry tree. Called a sweetheart cherry, so it doesn't need to have a pollinate. It's a self-pollinator. That's cool, because that way we don't have to plant 2 of them. We're not really ready for that. We don't have enough space. And then we got a Bartlett pear as well. So these are 3-year-old trees. These are from last year. We planted the peach tree. I think it's, what is it, Georgia peach? No, Red Haven peach. Honeycrisp apple and cider apple. Alright, well, I'm working on the foundation again today. And basically what I got to do is figure out with the laser transit where the high spots are and the low spots, and then I marked it out on this piece of paper. So on this piece of paper, this is the corner I went off of because it's straight granite right here and it's pretty much immutable. I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. I can add dirt, but well, might as well just, anyways, that's 0. And then it drops 5 inches here, 2.5 inches in that corner, 3 inches, 8 inches, and then that corner is 10 inches. Well, as you can see, I've got the elevation pin set, and now I put up some of these scrap boards so I can put dirt behind it and pack the dirt down, let it get wet, and tomorrow I'm going to tamp it. So it's basically going to create the clay soil is the forms here, and it's really good for forming. You just got to have something to form the clay. And I'll probably end up, I don't know if I'll take those boards out before we pour or not. I'll just have to see how well the clay sets up, because it's, yeah, it looks kind of ghetto, but it's gonna work. Throughout the whole day, 8 hours of digging today, setting it up. I got these all done all around in the elevation string, and I still got to put dirt in there. I got the dirt levels right, and then I just added these boards where there's, you know, big huge missing parts of dirt, so it doesn't take 3 or 4 times as much concrete. You know, if we could pour it as is, but it'd cost about 8 or 9 grand. So the concrete's gonna squish up against it and it won't go anywhere because there's dirt behind it, you know. So I figure that'd be good for that. And then I'm just starting on these inside ones. Basically, I hit these stakes in, which I made a bunch of stakes in the mill, and then I gotta backfill with dirt quite a bit, man. I feel like I could have framed at least one level so far. Just kidding. Maybe not though. Doing all this concrete work by myself is a drag, but it's got to get done. So I'm enjoying it. It's nice weather out here. It's been like 60, perfect, you know, 55, 60. It's about right as far as weather goes. But working late, up early, and up here light to dark. So that's the way it'll be for a while till I get ahead. Once I'm ahead, I'm hoping to be ahead by elk season. So I can go elk hunting for a few weeks. Anyway, back to work. Well, I'm almost wrapped up with day 3 or 4 of the foundation. Been out here all day digging. It's pretty boring, so I'm not gonna like time lapse a week of digging, but anyway, you can kind of see what I'm getting done here. I got both the sides boarded, and so I'm having to move all this soil by hand and brace it up, and digging out this. I got these ones trenched and good, and I'm building more up there, putting these stakes down to hold it. I realize a lot of this footage is kind of repetitive, but this is literally like a 3-week process of me building this footing. Well, we had real hard rain the last day, so I haven't been able to film a bunch, but got a small break in the weather. Not for long though. It's supposed to rain for like 3 or 4 more days straight. Anyway, I got all the forms done. It's kind of a mud pit, but all the forms are done, and I guess the rain's kind of good to help it pack down. But look at the water in there. We can't pour concrete if there's water in it. So we got everything paid for Thursday, and hopefully it dries up. I still have to backfill a little bit here, which I'm gonna do today. Get everything dialed, do more backfill, and then. But it's like day 4 of crazy rainstorm, and it's almost dark. That's how dark these clouds are, even though it's like 1 o'clock. And we got some major lightning up here, so I'm sitting in the truck because we had crazy hail, and then now there's lightning right up above me here. See it? Boom. Hear that? It's less than a mile. So just hanging out in the truck so I don't get hit by lightning. What a weird pattern of weather. Really want to work on the foundation. I've been shoveling the mud out of the hole and trying to get it ready. I'm going to put gravel down since it's so muddy. I'm going to put about 3 or 4 inches of gravel down at the bottom before we pour. So anyway, another day. Another, I wouldn't say wasted day, but just not as productive as I want. Just listening to Terrence McKenna and audiobooks about life. It's pretty crazy out here. Look at this. Just a river outside. So I got a dump trailer full of gravel down at the gravel getting place. Can't really see it. There it is in the mirror. And I also got a water tank in the back. And so I'm hauling it up the road. The road's really bad right now because of frost heaves and logging trucks and just general, general whatnot. But so I gotta go real slow. I'm in 4-wheel low, kind of just cruising up the road. It's a slow process. There's spots where there's like 3-foot high dirt mounds from frost heaves this year. It's pretty crazy. So slowly but surely tractoring it up there. The gravel's for the footing, so I'll be using that to kind of pre-backfill some gravel. But anyway. About 3.5 miles of this. It doesn't look that bad, but it is. It's now Tuesday. We have projected sunshine for the next 2 days, and then we're pouring, so I can finally hopefully get some stuff done. Yesterday we got a bunch of gravel in the bottoms. I had to go through and pack that today. Another thing, I got water. This will be for like washing tools off and stuff. And the idea was I was going to drive up there next to the outhouse and then it would just siphon down. That's what I've done before, but well, it's a little too soft to be driving on. I don't want to collapse that. And so I think the elevation of the truck where it sits right now is high enough that it might siphon in there. I'm not sure. Figured out a siphon system, so just back the truck up this hill here and then slightly higher than the tank over there, so I hooked up a hose and it's just been slowly filling up that tank till the pressure's equalized. And then I got all these upright rebars pounded in. These are what we call grade pins, so they're just tacked for now. I got to go through with the laser and I gotta basically pound these down all at the same height all the way around, and that's what that transit will do, is tell me exactly when I'm at the same height. I'm gonna nail those all down at the same exact height all the way down, get them straight, and then I'll be able to tie my horizontal rebars to those. Anyway, getting the rebar tied through here. Gonna cross hatch it. Like squares like that. Forgot to get the measurement for those ones. Yeah, Lindsay's packing the gravel down. We're leaving this little drain part for tomorrow in case it rains. It's all sloped downhill so we can pump it out if it does try to fill up with water again. But then we'll tie more rebar through there and pack it real good. So it's the old-fashioned way of doing it.
Get some muscles out of this after all. Cool, thanks.
Alright, well, it's concrete day, finally. We had a delay from the last one. They canceled on us at the last minute after we got everything ready, and we were fighting the rain, and it kept washing away our forms. And anyways, we had it all ready once, and they canceled because they didn't have any cement. So we got it rescheduled for today at 3:30. And we're just putting the final touches on it. Just getting the drain holes filled with gravel, putting more rebar in, doing more backfill, and then we should be good to go. I got my buddy Kyle coming up. I got a pump truck